Hi guys, I want to start a new series on my channel where I go over different exercises from my books. So today we will be looking at illustration techniques in watercolor book. It's the first in the series of my watercolor books, and it has a lot of great tips for beginners. Today I want to do an exercise about making simple shapes for my people illustrations. These were all done on the spur of the moment, completely from my imagination, because honestly, you don't need to overcomplicate things. You start off by making simple shapes for the face, the hair, and then for the rest of the outfits, you can play with different colors. And as you can see, there's not much details here. But even from the simple shapes, you can get the idea. And after you're done with your watercolor, you can add marker details. So I want to show you this page from my book and also show you the actual way I created these types of illustrations. So here I will be demonstrating the simple ways you can start painting your fun watercolor fashion figures. You can choose any paint for your hair. I'm using straight up orange paint, watercolor paint. As you can see, I'm leaving white for the highlights. And just go in and create some fun shapes. We're always starting off close to the top of the paper, but not quite at the top. Leave a little room. And try to work small enough. Try to make the head small enough so that you will have room to create your garments. I'm not using any references for this particular style of art. I'm just basically winging it, seeing where my paintbrush takes me. It's sort of like stream of consciousness painting for me. And it's great. Of course, it's great to paint from reference, but sometimes you get too bogged down in details when you do that. But when you do creative free watercolors and just from your imagination, it frees you up, it makes you relaxed, it makes your imagination run wild, and it's a fun thing to try. So the next thing I'm using is a flesh tone to make her face and neck. And after that, I'm going in and doing drawing her top. I'm trying to use just straight up fun, vibrant colors, not mixing anything. I really tend toward a colorful watercolor work. And I think it's perfect for fashion, because if you do some research as far as fashion illustration, a lot of artists use these really super vibrant neon luma dyes. They come in like little jars, because fashion illustration is meant to be colorful. A lot of times. Sometimes you want to do it muted, but in general, you want something really super fun and colorful. I'm not using luma dyes because I think they are a little expensive, as well as you can achieve similar look with just regular watercolors. I'm painting her skirt here. Sleeves. You can indicate subtle folds in the sleeves as you are working. If you see your watercolor starts to run, you can kind of stop it with a brush. You should also always have tissues handy to dab extra water off. Little hands here to add some expressiveness, maybe. Usually you always want to paint hands, I suggest that you practice. Maybe I'll even do a separate video on hands, because for everybody, hands are the hardest part to draw on a human for some reason. It's good to practice your hands. And in between the folds, I'm adding some more colors, more green, to take it back to the original theme of her top. Once this layer has dried, I'm going in with my markers. I'm drawing the simple lips. And I'm also gonna do her eyelashes or eyes. Just something really simple style, as you can see. It doesn't have to be hyper realistic. We all know that the style I do is not hyper realistic. That's not something I'm good at, and that's not something I like doing. So if you're like me, if you like simple and fun artwork, I suggest you don't get into too much details either, especially for this exercise. You can always emphasize the rest of the garment. You can use different shades of using Tombow brush markers. They're my favorite fashion markers. You can use those, or you could also mix your darker outline for the flesh tone. I'm doing it with a paintbrush here because I couldn't locate my flesh tone marker, but you could also use flesh tone markers as well. These are nifty brushes I found on Amazon, a whole set of them really cheaply, and I like them. Just something to mix it up. And here I'm doing her cheeks, outlining more of the dress. Yeah, just play with it, have fun. It came out as a more old-fashioned type of dress maybe, but still fun. And yeah, that's my one figure demonstration for today. And the next demonstration in this video will be for a group of people, group of fashion figures. So for my group, I'm gonna do 3 fashion figures. Starting off with the hair also, like I did in the previous one. Decided to do brown hair for this one. I'm using shades of brown, more warm reddish brown and also a darker brown. And just playing with the water, let it see where it takes me, let it flow, really fun. Doing like a wavy type of hairstyle for this figure. Also, I'm not using any references, just doing some simple shapes based on what I already know, based on what I have already done. And it's easy once you start practicing, once you start drawing even from observation, from photographs, you will find that it's a lot easier to then go ahead and create your drawings from imagination, because they support each other. Once you can do stuff from observation, you can also do stuff from your head as well, because your body remembers, your brain, your hands, they remember where everything is supposed to go, where the head is supposed to go, where the arms go. It's funny how that works, and the more you practice, the easier it will get for you. So I laid out another fun dress here, even adding some gloves. Just have fun with it. Don't overthink it. When I'm doing the central, when I'm doing the multiple figure composition, I'm laying out my central figure first, usually, to then know where the other two will go. And this makes for a good composition. This plans out the composition for you. It basically dictates where the other figures will go. For the second figure, I'm doing like a fun stripe design. I'm kind of imagining what her body shape is. A simple shape. And then I'm laying the stripes to the shape of the body. Now I'm outlining her shape. And boom, here we go. We got a whole figure. How fun was that? Very easy, very simple, very fun. You don't need to overcomplicate things. You don't need to find references for this. Like I said, you've seen enough fashion people, fashion models, and even regular people, then you really know which way to go when you're doing it from your head. And it's like amazingly fun. My third figure has a fun hairstyle that is as tall as the other two figures, but she herself happens to be a shorty, like me. And honestly, I didn't plan that part. It just came out like that. And I don't feel bad about it. I feel good about it. Because you know what? There's a lot of cute people of different shapes and sizes in this world, and they sometimes want to be represented like everybody else. And this chica, who is a full foot shorter than the other two, is happily composed with the other two in this particular illustration. She has very big hair and goes up in the air. And it worked out. For this composition, it worked out. Usually, the models and the fashion models they tend to be similar in size. But in this case, it worked out with the shorty on the side because she has big hair. Once our layer dries, we will go in with our markers and we will do an illustration on top of our watercolor with the markers. Putting in the features, you know the drill by now. And you don't have to outline every single part. You can kind of think strategically. What do I want to emphasize? What do I not want to emphasize? Sometimes you want to leave the watercolors as is because they look good as is. And sometimes you want to outline them because you want to emphasize them more. It's totally up to you. There are no hard and fast rules for this. I'm adding some texture for this lady's hair because I thought it would look good with some texture shown. Gonna add accessories later on too. And outline the shape of the dress or her body shape in parts that you want to emphasize. Like I'm adding some bust, a little bit of bust here. And the hair on this one came out too pale, so I'm outlining it more in this case. Some fun eyes, lips, outline the dress a little bit, do some folds of the dress. You notice how the folds are very simple lines, but they indicate what they're supposed to indicate. Like, don't overdo it, but you just indicate the way the dress flows. I'm adding some more detail on the hair because I wasn't satisfied with how the hair came out, so I added some more lines into it. And this isn't a traditional fashion illustration by any means. This is something that is unique, and this is my style. You're gonna have your own style when you do this. I don't like rigid rules. Yes, there should be some rules, but there should be also freedom. There should be creative license. And in this case, I want you to use the creative license to make your own stylish illustrations. And I hope you really enjoyed this demo. Check out my watercolor tutorial books available on Amazon and other online retailers.